Hi Mateo, how are you?
Hey, I'm fine.
Is there anything, I know we had our session last week, we had our session now. Is there anything that's happened from the last week? Whether that's something you did or didn't do, or anything you've been feeling or thinking you
Well,
want to talk about?
I think nothing's changed. Nobody, still not doing anything, still not doing much. And still nobody seems to care, so.
What do you mean nobody cares? Like about anything in the household or?
Like, they don't care about nothing. Nothing that just happened, hasn't about me, nothing.
What does that thought make you think or feel?
I think I'm just sad and angry. Occasionally I feel like just alone. And I don't like feeling like that, but it's what I'm feeling.
And then from the way that this thought of no one caring about you and these feelings of sadness and loneliness and anger, do you think that they affected how you behave at all?
No, but people tell me that they do.
Okay, what do they tell you?
Tell me that my grades are not good no more, and that I'm just so angry, which I know I feel like that, but what can I do? That's how I feel. Yeah.
Okay. So I know your teachers are talking about how your grades have been doing good, so your academics are declining right now. And you said you've lost, in our last session, how you've lost interest in soccer and drawing. Is that still true?
Yep.
Okay. And then we also talked about how you've had some sleep changes. So your sleep hasn't been that good because you've been having nightmares, correct?
Yeah, still haven't really been able to sleep. It's been a real hard time, but can't sleep.
Okay. Do you feel like you just stay in moments of sadness, or you just stay in moments of anger? Do you feel like you blink and like it just goes from 0 to 100 on how everything's feeling, or you just feel either one?
I'd say I'm either sad or angry. There's really no in between. Just what I'm feeling. If it's not one, it's the other one.
And do you feel like it happens rapidly?
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty angry or sad all the time.
And can you say that like that affects like how you might feel with other people if you feel like annoyed or irritated with them? Do you feel like you have those feelings with other people, whether it's your teachers, your parents, your sister, classmates?
Yeah, but they're just annoying. So
Okay.
why would I not get mad?
Okay. So you have this thought that no one cares about you, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna play a little game where you try to support that thought, and I'm gonna challenge it. Is that okay?
Whatever.
Okay. So what makes you believe that no one cares about you?
Well, we're big on family traditions a lot, so we have a bunch of stuff like that, like in our tradition we like to eat meals together. We don't really do that anymore. We do it very rarely, and we used to do it every day, and like just nobody seems to care about me. They don't care to take me to practice. They don't care to help me with my homework. Nothing. That's just nobody.
Okay. I guess the thoughts that I'm going to see that contradicted is that yes, you're not having as much family meals as you used to, but you're still having them, just not as much as you used to, but they're still evidently there. Another would be that your parents have said and to you that they have been distant and not engaging with you as much as maybe in family meals and soccer practice, but it's also their way of coping with grief since your brother's passing. They understand that it might not be in the correct way, but it's how they know how to grieve, so they're immersing themselves more into work, not because they don't care about you, but because they care about still giving you food and trying to make sure you have a house and you're all comfortable for you and your sister and themselves. And that they don't mean to like portray that they don't care about you. It's just the fact that they are grieving and they don't know any other ways to cope with their grieving without completely stopping everything and not still handling the responsibilities that they need. So with that, what do you think, what would you like? Like, what do you feel like you need?
Well, I feel like I need my parents to want to be with me and to spend time with me. And like, it just feels like maybe everybody doesn't want to think about my abuelo. He's the one who's gone. Why are we all forgetting about it now? Like, it's not fair. Like, I think we should all be here together, and nobody just wants to be with me after he's gone. Who's here to help me? And I'm just here. I'm a kid.
Okay. So you want to tell your parents that you still want to have more family dinners, even if it's not as many. You would like to create at least one day without the week where all of you all sit together and you hang out as a family and you actually talk and you talk about your abuelo and you still hang out and either play soccer or do some kind of other family stuff. Is that correct?
Yeah, I would just want them to be able to tell me like, hey, we're gonna have family dinner tonight. Hey, we're taking you to soccer practice. Let's get back into it.
Okay. So I know you said that talking to them in the past has not always been the easiest thing, but sometimes you feel like they're not listening correctly, that it's just harder for you to confide in them and to like express that. I would suggest, if you're up for it, I know you're not into drawing right now anymore, but maybe we can start journaling these thoughts and these emotions down so they don't feel so overwhelming when you try to convey it to your parents. So it feels like they're not listening, and if you want, you could show it to them. But if that's not what you're comfortable with and you feel like you want to just tell them all, you can show it to me and we can figure out a way that makes it easier for you to express. I know it doesn't sound like the most interesting thing, but sometimes the thoughts and writing them down and journaling it makes it feel a lot less jumbled in your head, and it can make you feel a lot less angry or sad so quickly and rapidly. That's a way to do it. I think that's a really good thing since you're trying to have more family time, because I know you said that family traditions, obviously you want to keep how you and your abuelo were always together and keep that going and keep his remembrance and playing soccer. How have things been with your little sister?
She's always there, always annoying, like, no, she's just always there bugging me.
And how is she bugging you? What does she want to do?
She always wants to be with me and everything, and she's always telling me Mateo this and Mateo that.
And like, you need to do something, or like she just wants to hang out with you kind of way?
No, she just like wants to be there. But I just want her to leave me alone.
Okay, I know you want to be left alone and you're feeling all these things, but those feelings of how you think and feel that no one cares about you and how they make you feel sad and angry, all this stuff, don't you think that how you're behaving towards your little sister can make her feel like that? And since you feel like that, you might not want her to feel like that? Especially since everything you feel so lonely, she might be feeling the same way.
Well, never really thought of it like that.
Okay. But the same way you're feeling, she just might be feeling it too. She just might not be expressing it as much, or maybe she's trying to express it with you. I know it's hard to do with losing a loved one, but we can start with the journaling And we can start, if you don't want to start exactly with expressing yourself with your parents and you find that harder, you can find to engage with your sister more and just hang out with her little by little. And if you feel like you can't hang out with her for a long period of time, just doing little activities, whether that's drawing or having her be around you while you journal. Or you can even ask her how she's feeling in journal and figure out the best way to apply. We can do that. And instead of just looking at, yes, there's a lot of negatives that have happened since your brother's passing. There's still some positives there of you can still remember him and you are able to still hang out with your sister and have everything. And even though it might not be the same, you understand what it's like to have that kind of role model and type of have the traditions that you want in the culture back home. You can start implementing it more. And I know it's a lot easier said than done, but slowly just changing from maybe not getting mad at her as much and just maybe listening to her wanting to hang out with you, or even if it's watching a little TV episode or maybe just playing soccer just for a little bit could work too. I know it's harder with your parents because it feels like they're not listening, but we can always plan something and write thoughts down so by the next session you can, so that you're not thinking and feeling all these, like thinking these emotions that no one cares about you and feeling all this way, when we can pretty much completely fix that whole thought process and reconstruct it into that you are doing anything wrong and no one cares about you. It's just there's a lot of things going on and it feels like it might be on you, but it's not. It's just obviously our brother passed away and it's a very hard time, especially for you, but also everyone else, and they all grieve differently and you grieve differently. And no one's saying that they don't care about you or they don't care about him. But the more you confide and register your emotions and we can just simply process it down, then it'll be a lot easier for you to express it so it doesn't feel so angry all the time, so you can feel a little bit more, feels like everything's slowing down and getting processed so you can convey these emotions to your parents so that you can start implementing more of your family traditions and cultural backgrounds. I think it can make a really big change in how, instead of thinking no one cares about you, you can start realizing that they do. It's just they're also grieving and you're grieving, but everyone still cares about each other. But obviously, you do miss your abuelo, and that the whole time that this family tradition is not going to be the same when he was there. It's going to change, but that doesn't mean it has to stop. Do you like that idea?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so we'll stop here because that was a lot. I really appreciate you confiding in me with everything you told me. We'll let you think about how that thought process is and how what you thought might have supported it and what contradicted it. You can break it down. You can say on how you feel after the session. You can journal it. If you feel comfortable enough, you can show me the next session. And then you can tell me if you've done any other new behaviors to implement. Maybe I would encourage you to try anything that's in a more positive manner, because I know you can do it, and I know it's not because you're not smart or anything. I just know it's a lot of things going on. So even if you just maybe do one homework assignment out of all the rest, that's perfectly fine. At least you're trying. And even if you hang out with your sister just a little bit, that's fine. Or if you tell your parents that just a little bit, like you missed the normal hang out thing, that's great. We can go over all that. You can try your best with what you remember, and by the next session, we'll come back and see what works and what didn't work. And yeah, you'll just let me know. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.